Electrolytes, the Propel, because we're going to need it. Definitely keep that nearby. The other item on my Nomad care crate because we all know how explosivity works. You gotta fuel it with some sort of glucose source. And today we have, let's see here, ingredient 1. Thank you, Sour Patch. Lovely. Can we get a read on this? Can we get a, I see right there. Can you make it out? It says sugar, not high fructose corn syrup, which is great. It's gonna have better bioavailability for the pushing. So maybe get you a little sugar nearby. You feel me? Cheers to you guys. Gals. I'm keeping it nearby because we don't need it. Excuse my chewing. It's going to take 41 minutes and 20 seconds. Every 25 seconds, we're going to get a beep. Ding. And from beep to beep, it's our responsibility to each get either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 full range of motion push-up moves. I say push-up moves because we don't need to be on the floor doing standards. You might be on the floor doing standards, that's great. And by now you already know to get the shoulder blades back and a little bit up during the entire movement. You can think of holding something in this space during the entire move. You can also think of shortening the range of motion by reaching with your chest towards the floor or towards the object that you're going to, whatever that is. We just got to make sure we don't use the shoulder blades to push the surface away. We should never see this alignment. The fabric on the back of your shirt, if you have one on, should be folded up at all times, even when the arms are completely straightened out, blocked out. Which brings me to the next requirement. They should all be full range push-ups. That means torso taps the surface we're on, be it a chair, a table, a counter, a sofa edge, the floor. And at the top, the elbow should lock completely out. You choose how wide. Y'all know I like a little bit wider than shoulders to most closely simulate my powerlifting style bench press. A little finger turn out as well. I'm putting a lot of weight on the heel of the hand. If you want to go further in, you can build a slight deficit. A couple magazines, even a couple millimeters. Books, make sure to respect the book, however. What else? If you got yoga blocks, 2 yoga blocks will work. I saw Marcelo even suspended between 3 chairs. He had 2 chairs here and his feet on one. He was dipping the chest in that space. Whatever you want to do. So right now, think of something you could probably do 20 consecutive push-up motions at. I'll quickly show you the table while it's a little bit dirty. Stay there, don't leave. Don't leave me just yet. So, here's the table. I'm gonna make sure it's sturdy. It's not gonna break or crack on me. It shouldn't be glass for sure. This could be a kitchen counter. This could be a very high dining table, whatever. This makes it easy to do the move, very light with the fully planked body, not having to be on the knees. So check me out right here. I'm gonna do the same stuff, turn the fingers out, plank. And you can't really see, but I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades back and up, and then I'm tapping my chest on that surface. We can do push-ups right there. Get this out of the way. That's a great option, for sure. So pick your thing right now. Like I said, you need to be able to probably do about 20 of those moves. So if the floor is really difficult for you, that ain't it. Knees are options. While you do want something soft to put your knees underneath, just make sure you're not bending at the hips. That instead you plank at the hips. And you bring your torso to the surface. All right, those are all options. So right now, experiment a little bit. Find what works for you. Because once we're in, we're pretty much in. And ideally, to make it the most mentally fortifying, to make this do exactly what we want it to do beyond the physicality, we want to do the same variation, the same position for the entire time, the entire 100 rounds. That's monotonous, it's meditative. We're going to be able to study the move the best over and over and over again. So let's try to stick with one. Even if it feels really easy at first, give it time, of course. We're doing 500. You need a towel, a t-shirt, a belt. I've got this loading strap. And we're going to begin by warming up, stretching the pecs a little bit, moving inside the shoulder rotation. I've got this wider than shoulder grip, and I might even widen it further because I'm tight this morning. Coming up, all the way overhead, and as far back as we can, stick the pecs out. You're going to feel that chest all the way across the front of the torso, and squeeze the shoulder blades back. Roll over top, and just get there. Open up, we'll do this for about a minute. Chest out. Shoulder blades back, and roll. Big chest, and all the way over top. Start breathing big. Inhale when the arms are behind you, so we can further the pec length. Open up, stick the chest out. Reach behind you. You see how wide I've got this thing? This is how wide I need it to be to get the pec stretch. If it's too narrow, I won't be able to really get behind my head, but you choose what's right for you. It's likely you have more mobile shoulders than I do. Whoa. Very nice. Keep rolling. If you did kayak prep number 2 days ago, your front delts are feeling it a little bit. That's okay. We're gonna get through this. I gotta get through this. Get 5 more, already sweating. It was not a choice, but I again forgot to turn the air conditioning on. Of course, we're trying to save on utilities. We'll see how that goes. I'm already sweating just thinking about this routine. 1 more of these. Roll. Better relax. Cool. With that same belt, strap, towel situation, whatever, we're going to sit. We're going to put our arch of 1 foot right in the center of that thing. Yeehaw. Little chariot. And we row super wide, wider than we would otherwise need to. So right off the bat, I'm opening my arms to the sides to find tension, pulling out tension. It's going to be across the back of the delts when you make that happen. Out. Once we're out like that, and the strap is taut, the towel is taut, we're going to pull in, just like bench press, just like the push-up. Get the elbows high, the chest out, the shoulder blades back. Gentle amount of tension, doesn't need to be too heavy. But what we need to make sure we're doing is always pushing out to the sides. And here we go for 30 seconds, minute-ish. Chest out, shoulder back. My delts are already sore. already fatigued. But we will do it. We want to make it happen. Only 41 minutes, like I said. That's it. No tricks at the end. No crazy warm-up after this. I'm going to get 10 more repetitions. 10, 9, just like it's a barbell. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, strap and go bye-bye. Lovely. We're just going to move through the elbow, give the tricep a range of motion. Don't need to put any resistance through it just yet, but I will show you a method to do so. Simple. The fingernails, we're going to try to wrap them right on the front delt. And you might not get there. That's okay. Once we're there, we're going to raise the elbows up to the sky, putting the triceps at greater length. Fingernails towards the top of the collarbone. Elbows to the sky, like they're spotlights above the Hollywood Bowl. And then all the way extend and curl the fists underneath. So we get the top of the forearm extensor. Fingernails to delts, elbows to the sky, tricep stretch. Extend the arms out, grab a fist, curl down. Flex the forearms. Fingernails to delts, elbows to sky, super long tricep group. Make that fist and crunch it down. Stretch here, flexing there. Fingernails, elbows, fist, wrist curl. Fingernails, bows, fist, wrist. 2 more. Fingernails, pull up. Fist it, wrist it. Last one-ish. Fist and a wrist. A little full cuffing, and then it's game on. Knuckles behind the love handles. Roll the elbows forward to get the infraspinatus stretch, the back of the shoulder blade stretch. Roll forward as far as you can go. And look at that nasty posture rolled. We want to do that. Turn yourself into that turtle shell. And then we open up, get good posture again, and stretch back. Knuckles to love handles, elbows roll, bad posture. Reset and snap into good posture, fingernails back. A couple more of these. 1, 2, 3. So now, think. You want to get 100? Is that a PR for you? Awesome. You want to get 200? Even more badass. How about 300? We did it the first 2 weeks of these home workouts. How about 400? We did it on April 6th. As I downed an entire box of double stuffed Oreos and drank a michelada and immediately vomited after the class. So why don't we one-up ourselves and get 500? Volume is the goal. Keeping the blinders on, handling the monotony, sharpening our brains and our intent levels is the goal. I would rather you do 500 of lighter repetitions than 100 of super heavy, okay? Got my deficit? Okay. If we're all ready, it's time to go. If you got questions as we move along, speak them out. Get to the keyboard. We can always press pause. Be gentle in the first set. This will be our first push-up of the day. And maybe get something underneath your knees. I'll do that right now because we're going to be taking those breaks on the knees. So we might as well be ready because it's going to be 100 rounds of dropping back down to the knees every single time we do this. Okay? One last Sour Patch, and we're going on a long marathon together. Shall we? In 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it. 5 push-ups, whatever your variation. And make sure you get those shoulder blades back. If we don't, the front delts are going to take a beating. We're not going to be able to sustain the 100 rounds. 3 seconds, we go again. You heard the bell. Turn the volume up just a little bit. Long journey ahead. First steps. The first steps are often the most anxiety-inducing ones, as we have so much ahead of us. It's hard to see the finish line. Well, it's impossible. We can't. Imagine it's over the peak, on the other side of the mountain. All we got to focus on is one little piece of the journey at a time, one step. In our case, one step at a time. Just be gentle. See, it's a good amount of time with these sets, so we don't need to rush per se. However, if we get right to it, if we don't hesitate at each bell, then we'll have more rest time. Here we go. Stay calm. Always that first 10% can be the worst. So much anxiety, questioning. Here we go. But we're together for that, so know you're not alone in the worries right now. If you're already feeling physically challenged, consider at this point climbing down the ladder of difficult variations. Maybe go to the knees, go to the table like we talked about, the counter, and just be ready to make changes if you have to. I said I'd prefer if we stick with the same version the whole way, but if we have to make changes, it's all gravy. Go. Totally fine. Today it's the tortoise approach. Slow down your pace. Turn down the intensity dial so we can go a longer way more sustainably. Here we go. Pushing it. It's nice having this thing right underneath my knees so I can just go straight to the stance and relax my arms in between. We don't want to sit in a position that requires any weight on the hands because that will negate some rest. Get it cracking. All right, it's going well. We got this. I'll see how long we can go before I have the urge to look at the number of rounds remaining. Proceed. Proceed. Take a checkup on the wrists. Where's your hand pressure? The lower the better. Any variation works. It's not about the weight or the intensity today. One step at a time. Get through the journey, low intensity. We're gonna make it. Next step, let's get cracking. And try to ration your sugar source. I'm looking at these Sour Patch, fiending for the next one. But I suppose it's better to front load them, because absorption does take time. So why don't we have a little snack? Two for you. Oh yeah. Tastes even better now that we're working. Go. Woosah. 5 seconds. And go. Always have a license to manipulate the push-up form. I just went a little wider than usual. I got a little tweak on my elbow from doing all those muscle-up builders. So a wider form will take away some elbow range of motion, put it more into the pec. Of course, narrower is going to be more front delts and more triceps. And maybe that understanding will help us get through it as we kind of oscillate through the different forms, sharing tension and fatigue between all those muscles. Kind of just alternate, your choice. But that would be one of those tricks. On the 8-minute forearm plank day, I needed a break in my rectus abs, so I kind of just like turned to the side a little bit, share some responsibility with the obliques. I guess that's a similar approach. That's what we're talking about. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to breathe. And I'm sweating. Anybody else? Sweating, sweating, sweating. You know what to do. Oh, and I think I feel fatigued for the first time. Yep. Confirmation in the comments. Jeff is sweating too. Much love. Be my guest, please. Another one. Make sure we're following the standards. Tap the torso. It's like top of the belly, maybe, to whatever the surface is. If we're on the floor, it's the floor. If we're on the table, you know it. Oh. Just feels like it's faster every single round. I suppose that's part of it. It's a good sign. And a little more sweet. Why not? 5 seconds. I better hurry up. Oh yeah. Extra sugar dripping out. Hmm. 5 seconds. Hit them. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Very important. Probably the most important piece of this. I'd really like us to focus there. Find rest in your brain too, not just in the body, but take moments off of the anxiety. Quit thinking about the future. Quit thinking about the rounds that remain. And focus on the round we're on in the moment. Right now, you focus on the rest. How relaxed can you bring yourself before you hear that bell again? And we snap into work. Like Pavlov's dog. Ding, ding. Good. I feel my heart rate getting up now. And there's the question, what round are we on? Somebody had to break the ice. Nassim, thanks. Oh, guys, not bad. In 2 rounds, I'll tell you this is the answer. Because you might like the answer. And that's good. This is what happens when we wait to check and we just get after it. It's not like we're going to stop before it's over. So, might as well just keep going. Let's hit this and I'll reveal that magic question. And no way, it's not 50. Don't get too excited. That was round 30. Not bad. Sorry if I made you think it was halfway through. But we're not even hitting that 40% rule yet. So just stay with it. There's the bell. Let's go. We feel too fresh for it to be halfway. Hell no. Dirty 30. That's right. And now we're past it. How about that? I'll start giving you updates more often. Now that we broke the ice. Officially 1/3 complete. Great job. Get to it. 5 clean ones. Fatigue's creeping in, as it should. What else are we here to do but push the limits and eat Sour Patch? On that note, oh, just one this time? Oh, why not? 2, sure. You pushed me. Tastes so sweet. Ha. Shall we? Fatigue. It's there. It's alive. And I just spit out a piece of Sour Patch. So disrespectful to the Patch family. I apologize. I would never do that intentionally. Ha! Here we go. It's getting faster, I swear. Something's wrong with the clock. Feeling it. How you doing? I think at this point I was having a tougher time with the fours when we did the fours. So that means something happened that last workout. And I'm guessing that difference in perception is mostly a result of mental conditioning. I'm probably not a ton stronger or more enduring than I was a couple weeks ago. But it's a significant difference in mindset. Through practice, of course. Through this monotonous approach. Over and over and over, chucking away at the same damn thing. It's not like yesterday where we had fun with all the different variations and movements. Today we got the blinders on. All about one move. Hammer away. Five, four, three. Yeah, it does. That fifth rep. Quite different than the four. 25% more, in fact. Let's pick an honesty enforcing angle from the side so you can see that I'm not arching too much. Expose myself a little. That's better. Want to avoid the overarch. A little arch is okay, especially if it helps us mentally create the shoulder blade basement. I'm sweating. Give you an update soon. Get them. This is where I also remind you to please subscribe. Or there, I don't know which corner it's in. And turn on the notifications, that way you'll know whenever we start the next absurd routine that you may benefit from. Free of charge. And if you've already done it, thank you. It's extremely helpful. Are we ready for the update? And we are halfway through. Congratulations. Oh, if you made it this far, you can absolutely get there. Stick with the variation you're on and hammer. And hammer some more. Take a sip whenever you'd like. Here we go. The games continue. Yeah, the deficits are getting nasty, guys. I don't know if I can hang on to this. But I will say it's kind of nice to wrap the fingers around something instead of being totally flat. There is a little wrist comfort benefit. It's a trade-off. And granted, these deficits are maybe like an inch, 2 inches worth. So it's not huge, but every little millimeter does make a change for sure. So if you have one tiny magazine under each hand, that'll do something for you. It's like putting the fat grips on the barbell. We've done those big range of motion, high volume days. Definitely feel a difference there. Keep it moving. Another thing to keep in mind, your arm length. You got longer arms, this is going to be more difficult because the range of motion is bigger. Also because there's more leverage, there's more torque on a longer upper arm. Or what do they call it in kinesiology? Moment arm, I believe. More torque around this joint and that joint when the upper arm is longer. Also, if you're a bigger person, if you're heavier like me, you're pushing more weight around with all these calisthenics. That's going to make a difference too. So all my 115-pounders out there watching, your ratio is the most optimal for this. Imagine putting on a weight vest. May change things a little bit. Also, if you're like me, you've maybe gained that quarantine 5 or 10, it's a heavier push-up now. Keep grinding. Let's work. One set. And then the next. And the next. Let's go. Water whenever, Sour Patch whenever. Even a teaspoon of sugar. Wow. Working. Working for sure. Now, we already passed halfway. So we're on the other side of that mountain peak. We're on our way back home. Now we can actually see the finish. Maybe we need a binocular set to see it. But we can see it. It's there. We got a visual. Let's go. Feet. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I got a little toe ache too from having that weight there so much. Not uncommon. Here we go. Find support for them. Find a way. Create the form. Shoulder blades back, remember. Don't lose that most important piece of the form. I just got lazy with it the last set. The front of my shoulder felt the pain as a result. Keep moving. Yeah, Adrian, I feel you, man. But we're here, right? We're here, we're doing something that's gonna push our boundaries, guaranteed. And we're sharing an experience. I would not do this alone. Maybe you're better than I, maybe you would. I would not do this alone. I need you guys. We're helping each other get better. Keep it up. That's what friends are for, right? And we should listen to each other and help each other relax when it's necessary. But we should always serve in terms of self-improvement. Your friends deserve it. Here we go. Moving forward. Wow. Losing it a little bit, guys. Failure's coming along. Front shoulder was hurting, triceps hurting, wider helped me. Consider making those adjustments wherever you need them. Go. Adjust, find a way. It's better. Much better. Front delt is going through it a little bit. I may have to lose my deficits here. But as long as we keep going, we got it. Moving along as a team. We are, yep. Coming up is round 75. 75%. I believe that's something like 375 push-ups. So we've almost beat our old PR of 400. Oh, wider is nice. Much easier on my front delt. Go. Yeah, that's good. Definitely all about the wide, boys. A wide body. That's what's keeping me going right now, for sure. The narrow ones got nasty. Oh. The final 25%. We've made it this far, that means we can just slide into home, all right? Struggle through one set at a time and we'll get there. For a new PR, hopefully for you. Here we go, about to make that 400 mark. Match the 400. Calm my anxiety. I invite you to do the same. But don't start celebrating yet. Still get the shoulders back. Still do all the right stuff. Calmness. So we can work now. Recharging the mind every set. And we're into new territory, so be happy about that. I've never passed 400 in a session, but here we are. Sour Patch, help. You're my only hope. Delicious. So grateful for the patch. Sour sweet is such a nice combo. Anybody a fan of warheads? I remember those were a thing. I used to love that stuff. Shout out to warheads. What other sour candy's good? What else we got? What can you recommend? Y'all know I love High Chews. They have good sour. Also Mambas. They have a good sour too. Anything chewy. Oh, the Haribo sour bears are pretty bomb. Jeff, you second me on warheads? You with me on that? Jeff confirms. There's some great flavors too. Funky shit. Here we go. Keep piling that sweat up. What else we got? They had hot warheads? What? I need that. I need that stuff. Like hot spicy? That sounds amazing. I'd love to try some of that. Maybe we could find it on Amazon. And I love what Mike just said. Go for it. Comparing this to those 10 push-up challenges. Yeah, it's a good one to share, I would say. If you got anybody who would dig this type of thing. And it's the monotony and the repetitiveness, the repetition that really benefits the psyche. So even if somebody does one at a time, we're going to build something. Some capacity in the brain. That circle's closing up. Wow, y'all. Here comes round 93. That was a nice stretch there. Crush it. And I have one bit of news that you might not like. The timer was set to 99 rounds. So that means when it's over, we got to get one bonus set of 5 to really say we got 500 with accuracy. Get 'em. So we'll wait until we hear the end bell, and then we'll get a bonus 5. And then we'll get a stretch together for the pecs. Bang 'em. Let's get it. Oh my goodness. Here comes 97. Very impressive. Very well done. It's pretty awesome. And we finish like we started, with calmness, with care. With that constant intent. Nothing too crazy. No need to change the approach now. It's worked for us for 99 rounds. Oh, wow.
Activity completed.
That's 99. So what do we do? 5 more. And you know what? How about 10? All right. Don't just get to the finish line. Let's sprint through it. Let's go right through it. Steady. Give me 10 reps. And now we'll be able to say we did 510 push-ups. With me? Powered by Sour Patch. Get your 10. And we got it. We got it good. Grab your thing we stretched with, the towel, the belt, t-shirt, whatever. Oh. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Oh, now see, damn, that's awesome. And I think we all saw the viewer count kind of stay right where it started since the beginning. And that was the goal, to sustain. So whether you did 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, whether you did the floor, the deficit, the knees, the table, anything in the middle, you sustained. You win. You accomplished the goal of today. And this will take time to recover. This will probably take a night of sleep to recover. But all those machines, all those facilities have received the stimulus they need to be guaranteed stronger and more enduring once they do recover. So our work is done here. We fucking crushed it, everybody. I'm here, maybe a little bit more narrow than where I needed to warm up because we've opened up our range of motion 510 times. Overhead. Stick the chest out. We're here for 30 seconds. Let's do a minute. Take that stimulus to the bank. If only it were that easy. Well, I mean, we want to get real deep and philosophical. The bank of life and its currency of ability. We just cashed the fuck out. Big payday. Big payday. Our worldly currencies have fleeting value. Unlike the value of the engine that powers us in everything we do, in the heart and the mind and the soul, all that good stuff. So we did just take it to the bank. the most important bank there is. And we cashed out with the most powerful currency that exists in the universe. That may be an overstatement, who knows? But, you know, act accordingly. Act as if that were true. And we're stronger than yesterday, as the great philosopher B. Spears once said. And if you don't know B. Spears and her literature, I'm sure you can find it on Spotify. Oh, let's get out of there. All right. I have 4 patches remaining. This goes to you guys. Actually 5! How about that? 1 for each 100 push-ups we did. Very nice. As you can see, I'm sweating like crazy, so we're gonna need to hydrate quite a bit today. What do we think? What's the summary? Even my eyes are bloodshot from whoa. Well, that just about does it. The lessons will be in the process you just went through, and in the recovery, and in looking back at what we just accomplished. There's all kinds of good stuff in there. Self-improvement, mental, physical, spiritual. The shared experience and the pricelessness of that. Just killer. LA 80 times this morning. Stay at home. Supposed to now extend through July. Who knows if that means we're just supposed to stay in as much as possible? Who knows if that means there's going to be a point where we can all meet up? But we're going to figure some stuff out very soon. We have this beautifully large parking lot out front with all that open air. Wink, wink. See what I'm getting at? If we follow the right precautions, guaranteed to make that safer than any trail, any grocery store, any essential business that's open. Well, we can keep getting after our health proactively, preventatively. So stay tuned, you know. My first concern is always your safety, your health, your well-being. So if we can do something that supports those and doesn't violate those for anybody else around, then we're going to figure it out. All right. For now, keep seeing you online. Keep posting some cool content. If you got suggestions, recommendations, ideas, hit me up. We'll make it happen. Strong t-shirts are showing up in the next 48 hours. I'll get them sent out, or I'll deliver them personally to your front step, of course, with a mask on. If you're in LA, I'll be doing that. Other than that, have a kick-ass day. You just won big time, all right? So carry that. Remember, we cashed out. The best currency. Ching, ching, ching. Stack your chips just now. All right? And that's long-lasting value, by the way. That's life equity. You can't just spend those chips. They're going to stay with you. Powerful. Thanks for being here. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. And hit me up. Like I said, if you got ideas, hit me up. We're here to serve. Number one, this is how we've chosen to do it in the interim. If you got other options for us, we will entertain it and perhaps do it. Okay. Have a nice day. I love you.